I went to Pictured Rocks in the dead of winter in a full-on blizzard, and you're watching Andy Parrish Outdoors. Well, hey everybody, Andy here, and thanks for joining me today. And yes, you heard it right. I'm at Pictured Rocks in the Upper Peninsula in Michigan in the dead of winter in an actual blizzard. And today we're gonna be doing some hot tenting, some snowshoeing, some shenanigans in the snow, just some good old winter fun out here at Pictured Rocks. We're gonna do 2 nights, 3 days, and that's right, in the middle of a blizzard, a winter weather advisory, all of it, just for you guys. So stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, this channel is all about backpacking and outdoor adventures and gear and tips and tricks and all that stuff. You guys know the thing. So go ahead, subscribe, click that notification bell if you're at all interested in this sort of thing. And sit back and relax, and let's dive right in to Pictured Rocks in February. Like just whiteout conditions, you can't see much. Sun is going down, so it's getting dark. But the snow over here, you got drifts that are up to my thigh. It is cold. That wind, man, straight out of the north. Brutal.
Shall we get started?
Ready to go?
Chilly up here, man. Whose bright idea was this? Let me
You want to do some ice fishing first?
some jumping jacks, get the blood flowing.
Start out with donuts. Everybody loves donuts in the morning. Well, we've started the big climb. There's only one decent sized climb just to get to the top of the cliffs. So far we've been kind of walking along the lakeshore, and then we're going up that to get all the way up there to the top. It's not a huge cliff, but we got to get onto the top of the ridge. So shed a layer, trying to stop so that I don't overheat. All right, let's keep going. it's tough. It's like up on this little bridge. See if I can get the sled. I think I made it. It's gonna fit there, barely. And then there's this overhang in front of us. Let me show you what this looks like. So you got like these big icicles, and you got this rock overhang, and then you got that. Isn't that sweet? So it's like a waterfall that's completely iced over. Going down's gonna be a bear with the sleds. That's gonna be a challenge to make it not dangerous. So stay tuned for that. Only 4 more of those to go. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I quit. I'm going downhill.
I don't want to go downhill.
Don't ride the sled down. Your sled sideways. Stop, you're going in the creek. So this is the downside of sleds.
Yeah, the obstacles. Sometimes it might just be easier if you disconnect, and because there's a creek runs right through there and a big uprooted tree on the other side. So I'm not sure if you can tell, but the snow is coming in. You can see visibility is dropping. There is a winter weather advisory in the area until midnight, and then there's sections here along the coast that'll be under a blizzard warning. So we're real close to camp. Want to get in, and then you go inland to get away from the coast a little bit. Not sure how far inland, but a little bit. And then we're going to be looking for cover and some safe spots with the thoughts that high winds will be here in a little bit. The snow is now starting to fall. Just started. And we've still got to get there, get set up, get all the chores done, collect some firewood. All right, here comes Brent. As you can tell, the snow has definitely moved in already. It's falling, it's light, but it's steady, and it's completely cut visibility, so you can barely see the island just across the bay. So it's been slow going. I don't even know the exact time, but we've made it to the cliffs. So we're gonna hang a right and head up and try and find our campsite. Let's get things set up, and before the snow really coats everything, see if we can find some firewood and get hunkered down for the night. So let's get our chores done.
Well, a couple little breathers.
Well, hey everybody, we made it to camp, got set up. I got my chores done, which pretty much means I'm allowed to stop and film. Brent was doing a lot of the dragging the logs back in while I got stamped out, temp put up, the stove put together, and then he sawed the logs into 12-inch length, and then from there I was able to take the hatchet and split it all up. So we've got a pretty sizable stash of firewood for right now, which is great. The snow has really intensified just lately. I mean, look at the tent. It's already coated, and Brent's inside, keeping warming back up. He was out here a little bit ago too. I'm just gonna walk around and enjoy a little bit of the snowfall, but like, it's sticking to me. I probably need to go get my shell, just so it kind of slides off and doesn't stick to this and make it wet. But you can actually hear it when it comes down this heavy. I don't know if the microphone picks that up. You can hear the snow hitting the tree branches. That's spectacular. Visibility is way down. The lake's out this way, so you can't see very far. Probably about 150 yards, something like that, down to the cliffs, and then you got the Lake Superior. So we're supposed to get 2 to 4 inches of snow tonight. The bigger issue is about midnight. It's supposed to get really windy. Time for some fajitas. Cilantro, some avocado, some peppers and onions.
Chicken.
Grilled chicken, tortillas, lettuce.
Sour cream. Hot
Sour
sauce.
cream.
Cheese.
Yeah. Yes.
All the wonderful.
Everything a growing boy needs.
Or a cold one.
Yep. Fan's still working even though it's off to the side. All right, sir. What's your take on the fajitas?
Delicious. I gotta get me one of these. I could eat like this out on trail, man.
That's pretty awesome.
Yes, it is awesome.
I think we've got enough for each of us to have 2 of those little.
Just as good as a home cooked meal, but it's in a hot tent.
And it's 62 degrees at ground level, and still probably in the low 90s at the top. And then there's a blizzard going on outside. All right, we've had our dinner. We did everything we need to do. Get ready for bed. We're bundled up. It is 48 degrees at ground level. The stove is still going, and it's pretty toasty in here. We know it won't be that toasty all night long, but we really had a good night. Some good food, and it's not too bad outside. Hopefully it doesn't get really nasty, and we get a good night's sleep. So, but it's supposed to be a very windy night. So that's it for tonight. I'll see you guys in the morning. Well, good morning, everybody. It is a late morning. We slept in a good bit. With it being as windy and as cold, I think it was 12 degrees when I checked last outside. At the top of the tent it was 98 degrees, and at the bottom of the tent for a while it was running about 65. So the winds are still whipping pretty good out here, so I'm not going to be out here for too long, but just wanted to come out and explore a little bit. we got a good bit of snow. I would guess we at least got probably 3 or 4 inches of snow last night, just based on what's on the trees. Total blizzard conditions last night. Gusts up to 50 miles an hour. And the lake's just down over here. You might be able to even see it through the trees. So we're only, you know, a couple hundred yards from the lake. Up on, the cliffs are down below. So you're walking along the cliffs, and then you come up here and you come up onto this higher ridge. It has pretty decent coverage just with a lot of the pine and whatnot that's here. So wind wasn't terrible for us, but all the trees are just swaying like crazy, cracking in the wind. You got this one right next to us, this one here. Gosh, that thing would just creak and crack all night long. Well, I'm out doing my daily chores, collecting firewood. Okay, so one of the chores we're working on today is the stove was sinking, melting the snow, because we're on about 2 feet of packed snow. That's where the stove was sitting on. So first we started straight onto that. It started sinking, 4 inches, 6 inches pretty quickly. Then we stacked logs underneath it, and that did a great job of kind of slowing it. But because it was already 6 inch down below the rest of the snow, the heat radiating out to the side ended up melting this big wide pit. So everybody's sleeping bags started sliding, towards the stove in the middle of the night. So what we're doing is building up the center section, which we'll put the stove here on this mound, and then Brent's actually carving out a lower level in the snow so that he slides away from the stove and also has more headroom then over to the side, which should work nicely. Yeah.
It's an idea, we'll see.
And then I'll be back over there. So it was turning into an ice skating rink in there, though. Everything was pretty much melting and slick and wet, so we were running out of space to even sit. So this should really help. So we just pulled everything out real quick today while it was warmer. Dumped out the ash, and then we're gonna put that back in the stovepipe. We'll line it with a stack of flat logs that we've split. We'll mount it on that so it's a little higher up, but it'll also be the highest point in the tent.
And it'll melt its way down.
Yeah, we think it will too, but
all right.
We only have one night to go, so it's just got to make it through the evening and tomorrow morning. You done over there, sir?
I'm done. I got my little snow trench.
All right.
Feeling good.
I don't know about feeling good, but happy it's done, I'm sure.
Oh, I feel great, man. It's the fresh air.
Wow, look at that. Crazy no visibility blizzard. And now you can really see the ice sheet on Lake Superior. cliff all the way down to it. Awesome that we got the visibility, clear skies. It looks a little maybe stormy off in the distance a little bit. I wasn't sure we'd get any kind of view like this while we were here. So very lucky, very blessed. And we're going to be heading back towards Munising tomorrow, which I can't tell at all where the trail is. It goes pretty close along the cliffs and kind of zigzags in and out. But like here's the post for the cliffs campsite, and it was somewhere this way. So we're going to be cutting trail on the way back. Does it go? Does the trail go over here? It's all drifted. Does it go through here? I have no clue. Well, we had a lovely dinner, some chili and rolls, and had a great time, and are now snug in our beds, ready for sleep. The stove is roaring at the moment. I am hoping to get better sleep than I got last night, because I woke up about every 1 to 2 hours to feed the flames, and that's not great for sleep. So tonight, fire be damned.
Disco party!
Yeah, that's Brent. He always wants to stay up late and then sleep all day.
Always, man.
Well, that's it for tonight. Good night, everybody. See you in the morning.
Dance party!
There's always one of them, right? Well, good morning, everybody. It is, I don't even know. It's 10 o'clock right now, I think. We are going to start thinking about getting out of here. We're going to make some breakfast, some pancakes and some sausage over the stove, and then let that thing die down, and work on getting camp all packed up. Hopefully, maybe by noonish, 1 at the latest, we're hiking out. We know we've got, took us 3 hours to get in here. It's going to take us, I think, at least that to get out. Had a lot of fun. Excited to see what the trail looks like getting out of here, so stay tuned for that. All right, I'm going to go eat and have some coffee, and I will check back in later. All right, so we had breakfast, coffee, got camp all packed down. We got the sleds loaded, snowshoes on. We left a small supply of firewood for whoever comes next. Yeah, we were a little over ambitious maybe, but we wanted to make sure that we didn't run out. Well, we didn't run out. Yeah.
I mean, we didn't run out. That was the important part.
Yeah, so whoever comes here next, you're welcome.
You got a whole day's worth of firewood.
Yeah, that'll last you, last you a long time. It's all breaking trail from here. It is really slow going here, breaking trail. We're only not even a quarter of a mile in. And Brent's in front still. We're just gonna take turns, but you can't really tell where the trail is. And you got these drifts that are knee high to sometimes waist high.
Got slack.
So you can get this on camera when you try to climb this hill.
Heads up below! And he makes the bridge.
All in the hips. All in the hips.
That's what she said.
If you're doing reverse cowgirl, it's all in the hips. If the hips are right, everything is right.
All right, we made it back to the parking lot at the bay here outside of Munising at the beginning to the Sand Point Marsh Trail, connecting to the North Country Trail and heading out towards Miners Castle, stopping at the Cliffs Campgrounds. If you made it all the way to the end, you guys deserve a gold star. Go ahead and post it in the comments below that you made it all the way to the very end so that I know who cheated and cut out before the end of the video. If you've made it this long too, go ahead and give a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Hey, we got everything on this trip. We got the blizzard, we got the winter weather, feet of snow, the snowshoes, the pulks, a whole range of hot tenning, testing out a chainsaw. Lots of stuff, lots of stuff. So thanks so much for watching. And until next time, everybody, be well.
Pictures of the Jeep and how snowed in it was. Ooh-wee.
Good times.
Good times. We made it back to the vehicle.
Vehicle started.
Vehicle started despite sitting right on the edge of Lake Superior all weekend.
Yep. Looks brutally cold, whoever's ice fishing out there.
I'm sure they say the same thing about us.
It's probably true.
To each their own. I'm sure they've got buddy heaters.
Trying to start looking up spots for dinner, huh?
Yes.
Get some good food, maybe grab a beer.
I'm totally good with that. Beer, pizza, and a nap.
No naps, just sleep.
But I like naps.
Yeah, my three are different, but I can't share them.
No, you can't put those on YouTube.
I can't put those on YouTube.
You have to go on a trip with Andy if you want to know what his three are.
I will tell you. I will not show you, but I will tell you what my three favorite things are. And none of the things he mentioned are on that list. But all right, we'll see you guys.